Hello, and welcome to another installment of Old Men Yell at Cloud. I am Christopher, and I am joined by...
Another installment? Oh, hi, I'm Patrick.
And...
I'm Jim, and my truck is covered in bird shit.
Still?
Still.
It's been 2 months!
Man, yeah, it's been a crazy ride since the last one.
Yeah, it sure has been. McDonald's ran out of French fries, and poor Patrick had to wait for a long time, but they made up for it by giving you too many fries.
They gave me so many fucking fries. The problem is, like, I'm like a horse, so, like, I will just eat, like, the whatever amount of McDonald's fries are in front of me, I will fucking devour.
Can we do this someday? Like, can we actually...
Give him a food bag or feed bag?
Well, not necessarily the feedback idea that Johnny, our guest, presented earlier, but I'm thinking more of like, let's just get a tray and just cover it with fries. Like as many large fries as we could fit on one tray and then just...
Yeah, what's the problem? I'll eat them.
Okay, no, I'm just asking if that's doable. Yeah, so our guest today is...
it's doable.
No, that's not his name. Our guest today is an old friend of mine, kick-ass drummer and all-around good dude, Johnny Jimenez.
Ahoy.
Hey.
Howdy.
Hey!
Jimmy Jumpin'.
Going back to the McDonald's
Let
thing.
me try again.
All permutations I've heard. Don't worry
Okay,
about that.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm sure you have. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Going back to
I'll
the
see myself
McDonald's
out.
thing, we also witnessed an argument over 52 cents.
Oh, of course. There was a pack of oldies hanging out.
At 7:45 p.m., ordering 4 coffees.
Yeah, 4 black coffees, and I presume fish sandwiches.
Well, yeah, that's the big combo. I
Yeah.
mean, name a more iconic duo. I'll wait.
Seriously, like that's a joke, but like it's also real life, and it's kind of scary.
Did they make it bacon though? That's the
Yeah,
question.
that's the question.
The coffee.
Oh, yeah, you can bacon up your coffee.
Absolutely.
Well, that's a
I'm
real
gonna
thing that
throw
actually
up.
happened. We know someone who once tried to make a shake bacon, and the only reason that they did not do it was because they were out of bacon.
I actually think like sprinkling a little bit of bacon in coffee wouldn't be terrible. Like, I mean, because you get like a little.
No.
Okay, I used to know
Dude,
someone who.
how awful is orange juice with pulp in it? And that's a soft material.
I love
All right, I'm
pulp.
not saying that it's.
All
I'm
right,
not
you're
saying
a
it's-
monster.
I'm not
No,
saying
no.
it's like going to be
I-
texturally pleasing.
I
or
get
anything.
extra pulp.
You get extra pulp?
Oh,
You
yeah.
fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. I've known you for an hour. I'm not surprised.
You have to like fucking floss after you drink that shit too.
Jeez, everyone at Christopher's guests that he brings on is like already figured me out within the first 15 minutes of meeting me.
Not much. I mean, well, to be fair,
You're an open book.
Kyle Rasmussen was like, I hated you the second I met you.
Well, I don't feel like that.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, like when Johnny arrived, it was what 60 degrees out, and you're in here in
Yeah,
a
I
tank
know.
top and shorts and flip flops.
Yeah. It was a nice
You know-
ride here. It was like 85.
I almost wore flip flops today too, and I was like, I'm not going to make these guys look at my feet. And sure enough,
My feet are beautiful.
they're fine. They're fine. I've seen worse.
I never wear flip flops. I always wear my combat boots, and that's why I often get athlete's foot.
Yeah, see, I can't fucking stand having sweaty feet. It's terrible, and you just fucking accept it just to be goth.
Oh no, dude. So first off, it's a comfort thing for me. I don't like being out of shoes.
Okay, fair enough.
I really do not like that.
Do you sleep in shoes?
No.
So that's great. I hate wearing shoes.
See, I'm going to back you up on this, Chris.
Shoes.
I absolutely.
Yeah.
Sandals are the worst.
Yes.
Any type.
Yes. Yes.
I'm not one of those assholes who like thinks that people should be able to go out in public barefoot though. That is fucking gross. And there are like people who there is like a advocacy group for like barefoot people out
I
there.
will say it was pretty interesting when I did have the gout. I could not get even a sock on my foot, so I lived basically for 2 weeks with bare feet. It was probably the first time in my life I've
Yeah, I
ever
mean,
had.
what else can you do?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you were hobbling around as it was, like not really able to go far beyond the couch.
yeah.
Whenever I see someone with like a foot injury like that, I always think in my head Salieri, because I saw a stage production of Amadeus at one point, and it opened with Salieri shortly before he died, like reminiscing
Amadeus.
about Mozart. And yeah, for some reason, I think whenever like a relative like hurts a foot or a friend hurts a foot, I'm just like Salieri. It's not a good joke or anything. It's
Dr.
just-
Zayas.
So, did you have you seen that there's a King Kong musical that they made like last year or so on Broadway?
Why are you looking at me like I'm going to know what that is?
Well, I don't know, because you just brought this up. Because
Oh.
it looked
No, I'm just making Simpsons references.
it looked god awful, but I feel like we're this much closer to getting Planet of the Apes musical.
Which is what we truly need.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. They need to make that into a full-fledged musical.
It's not the future we deserve, but it is the future we need.
Hell, let's just do it, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We got the powers. We got the means.
You know, before we
Got
get
the
going,
brain power.
before we get going too, I want to just take one more little
say we got
stroll
the
down
beans?
memory lane.
Yes, the means.
Is that
Oh.
is that a racial thing?
Are you saying
Oh, whoa. No, I said the means. I just have a nasally voice, so
Oh,
it
gotcha.
sometimes sounds
Sorry.
like beans.
All right.
Oh, I
just have the beans, okay?
I thought you were referring to Jim Beans, as in he was going to produce the musical.
Oh, God, yeah, that's a great idea, though.
Dude, wrong podcast. Jim Beans is very off-brand, and we can get sued for even mentioning him.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'm not afraid of Patrick.
Are you guys still trying to get those endorsements?
Oh yeah,
Is it Bull Moose?
Bull Moose. Yeah,
Oh,
hashtag
we haven't done that in a while, huh?
No, we haven't. We tweeted at them once, and we're like, "Hey, we're a local music podcast based in New England. Do you have any recommendations for us?" And they're like, "How about a Boston-based band like Morphine?" And we're like, "That was our most recent episode. You did no research into this." I didn't say that because I love Bull Moose, but
Yeah, we're bringing back all the classics. We were talking about McDonald's.
yeah. So I just want to quickly bring up McDonald's one more time before we dive into this. One more little stroll down memory lane. Do you remember the Orange Bowl?
The game?
No.
The sports
related
ball.
related to McDonald's.
No.
So,
Unfortunately.
So it was me and Joe Pelosi one night, like late night, drove through a McDonald's drive-through, and we ordered like a bunch of things. For whatever reason, I was driving, but Joe was ordering from the passenger seat. I don't know why we did this. And it starts like listing everything. It was when they just first introduced the signs like confirming your order, and it listed all of our items, and then at the end it said Orange Bowl, and it was an even $7. Which was really weird because first off, it was an even price without like any sort of like change denomination or anything at the end.
Yeah.
But also, what the fuck is an Orange Bowl? And this was before McDonald's had things that were like $7. It was like a value meal would be like 6 and change or something like that. So it was really weird to see this item appear. So without thinking about it, my friend Joe was just like, no Orange Bowl. And then it just disappeared from the screen. So as we start driving around, like we're just sitting there and he's just like, what the fuck is Orange Bowl? So we started asking them about it at the window, and they said that they didn't know what we were talking about.
What?
Yeah, well, the screen said Orange Bowl, and we were kind of looking forward to it. Like, can you add that back to the order? And they're like, we don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man, that's some fucking ancient alien shit right there.
Yeah, and we went back during the day and tried to order it point blank at a register, and they were like, we have no idea what you're talking about.
Did you wink?
No, that was probably the mistake.
They're gaslighting you, bro. Holy shit.
Dude, that's McDonald's in a nutshell.
I do remember that now.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, the Orange Bowl was probably one of the weirdest McDonald's experiences I've had, and that's kind of impressive since I now know Patrick.
Yeah. Hashtag Orange Bowl.
Hashtag Orange Bowl. Never forget. All right, so today we're going to be talking about White Pony, which is the 2000 studio album by Deftones. It's the third studio album by the Deftones, Deftones, and it was released on June 20th, 2000 by Maverick Records. It marked a significant growth in the band's sound and is considered a turning point in their history in terms of experimentation, employing increasingly experimental rock sound, and incorporating influences from new wave, dream pop, trip hop, shoegaze, and post-rock into the alternative metal sound they had become known for. White Pony was also the first album to feature Frank Delgado as a full-time member of the band on turntables and synthesizer. Delgado had previously worked with the band as a featured guest on Around the Fur and Adrenaline, producing sound effects on some songs. It was also the first Deftones records in which Chino Moreno began to contribute rhythm guitar parts. Upon its release and retrospectively, the album was met with critical acclaim and is generally regarded by fans and critics alike as one of their most mature outings up to that point. White Pony is Deftones' highest-selling album to date and was certified platinum by the RIAA on that got away from me. On July 17th, 2002. The album includes 3 successful singles, as well as the 2001 Grammy Award-winning track for Best Metal Performance, Elite. So, with that background in mind, why don't we start doing what we're going to do? And we started with Patrick last time, so we'll start with Jim this time.
Oh my God!
What is your favorite song?
My favorite song is going to be "Knife Party."
Yay!
Yay!
Thanks, party! Yay!
I don't know. I think it's just it's a fucking sick, dynamic song. I mean, some of the songs on this album are kind of like they're fucking new metal, you know.
Yeah.
They're pretty generic, but I think this one's got a lot of ups and downs to it. I like the weird female chick doing the thing in the bridge that we looked up and we had no idea who the hell she is.
Yeah.
So if anybody knows,
She's the star of the bunny game.
yeah, star of the bunny game. And I think Abe Cunningham's doing some pretty cool stuff in that song too. So yeah. Knife
Yeah,
Party.
I think that song like kind of it's a good blend of what the whole album is all about, which is you get your heavy metal histrionics,
I
and
thought you were
then
gonna say you get your knife.
you get your knife, and then you got the party, and it's just a perfect combo. You get the sort of like Deftones discordant heavy metal shit mixed in with this sort of more serene art rock side of it.
Yeah.
I think someone I forget what magazine did this review, but they compared the song to Jeff Buckley in some way, just because of like all the high register vocal shit that happens and just
I
the
can
sort
see
of
that.
the sort of like theatrical nature of the song. Yeah, that's a good track.
I love those music journalism tropes of like there is something really tangentially related here, so we're gonna bring in Buckley. Or like just someone who is like completely unrelated.
Right.
As if it was like a conscious nod or something like that. Johnny, what was your favorite song?
It was going to be Knife Party, but to not keep talking about that, I'm going to say Digital Bath.
That would have been my second favorite because I fucking love.
Knife Party has always been my favorite, but Digital Bath is a very close second.
Digital Bath is one of the first times I was genuinely fucking blown away by Chino as a singer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling he wrote that. Like it was the video for some reason is just I think it's just him and Abe and Frank in that video for some reason.
And Stefan was off pouting because
Apparently.
it was a song with a melody.
I guess, yeah. So I think that was a Chino composition there.
Nice.
Plus that drum beat.
Yeah.
It's a
That opening
That-
bit is
yeah.
beautiful.
That drum beat is that whole opening bit is just pretty fucking iconic. All right, Patrice.
I'm going to go with Passenger. I mean, it's the rhythm of the song and just like the halftime feel of those drums. I think that's just such a fucking badass drum part. It probably is like one of the most striking moments on the record for me. It's not the MVP, but that fucking beat is so cool and it's a the twos and fours are really slow, but there's a lot of shit going on. A lot of syncopation happening, but the tempo is probably realistically about like 60 BPM or something like that. So it just has this like, this very heavy, intense vibe to it, and that sort of like one note riff that he's doing with the on the E there, and then he does like the notes that ring on top of it. Really fucking cool riff. And then Maynard shows up, does his fucking thing, and
Which was always interesting to me. When you think of Maynard James Keenan, you kind of think of his personality. It just feels like where did that connection happen? Because like when you read his book, like you get the fucking Rage Against the Machine connection through Tom Morello, but I don't remember there being any mention of.
Yeah, and also when you read his book, you kind of realize what a fucking self-important prick he is.
Oh yeah, I still have to read that book. So he didn't mention Chino at all. Or
I
doing this
don't
collab?
think so. If they did, it was very passive.
Yeah, but late 90s, that circle was probably pretty small. Of California metal
Yeah.
bands that had a brain and were like playing on the circuit. Like
Yeah.
I assume that they played festivals.
Were they
and stuff
label
together.
mates or anything? Or no? Or I don't know.
Am I wrong that they brought him in to like bring some stuff to the band and not be in four and stuff like that? I thought I read that maybe at the time.
Maybe.
I don't know if
I mean,
it was him or not,
It's totally plausible.
Yeah.
but he ended up on the record, and maybe he wasn't supposed to. I don't know if I'm making this up.
Maybe you're
It's been
thinking
a long
of
time.
Maybe you're thinking of Scott Weiland, who made an uncredited appearance on
Possibly.
this album.
Yeah, and I think, going against Chino's style of vocals, it just like adds like a little bit of muscle to have Maynard there in the room doing his thing. And it's just, I've always loved that track. Even before this was probably the third time I've listened to this album in total. I listened to it all the way through for the first time back in March, which is crazy for a like white kid my age from suburban Massachusetts, because all my friends were fucking nuts about this record, and for some reason, like,
Do you even AAF, bro?
I know, right? I mean, I knew the singles, and like for some reason, I just like completely slept on them for years. Like I kind of just been like a very, very cash fan of the Deftones.
I was talking about this before we recorded. I kind of go in and out of Deftones phases where I'm like specifically White Pony, where I'll spin this record like in my truck, like I'll spin it for a few weeks, and then there'll be like bouts of like months or years where I'm like, I can't stand the guitar tone.
Right.
It's weird.
No, I know exactly what you mean, and it's it's just that production from that time period can be kind of rough. The like 2000s, 1999.
I don't think this suffers from that too much, because Terry Date was actually pretty good at what he did.
It could have been worse.
I'm saying this past tense as if he's dead or whatever, but I haven't heard anything of his since that kind of time frame. But like he did, what's it called? Astro Creep.
Yeah.
By White Zombie and a bunch of other stuff too.
Oh, yeah.
That I think still kind of sonically holds up.
I have his drum sample.
Yeah.
White Zombie still kind of has that like hilarious bass tone I was describing earlier. That's
Yeah.
all treble with like everything else turned all the way down. But besides that album sounds pretty good. I think to this day.
Yeah.
All right. For my favorite song, I'm gonna go with "Change in the House of Flies." The lead-off single, and actually it wasn't the first song I got into. Digital Bath was the song that kind of really drew me into this album. But Change is the song that to this day, like I listen to it. If I have a bunch of songs on shuffle when I'm walking to work or something like that, and that song comes in, I'm like, yeah I'm fucking walking with purpose to my office job now.
Was that the one that was on the radio the most? Did that get the most airtime?
Yep.
Because I feel like I heard that one.
Was it more than
any
Digital
other
Bath?
song.
I thought so.
Yeah, I
could've been,
remember
yeah.
when Change came out on the radio and they were playing it a ton.
It was maybe a month and a half before the album came out.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Then yeah.
that is a great fucking song. Though.
It is a great song through and through, and I think
It's
it's another Chino song too,
Yeah.
because
Yep.
that's another one where he's playing guitar on it.
That's another one that I'll like you were saying when it comes on. Like I'll never skip that song.
Yeah, exactly. That's just it. And like it feels kind of like lazy to pick the lead-off single for something like this, but it's true. Like every time I hear the song, it genuinely makes me happy, makes me want to fucking punch someone and have a good day.
It's another it's another one that's got like great ups and downs in it too. you know?
Yeah, dynamics are fucking great
Yeah.
in the song.
Yeah.
And vocals are great. The lyrics are fucking creepy as fuck. It's a lot of fun. All right.
Fun fact about that: he says the word "gun" in that song, but in the lyrics it says "book," so that they didn't have to get the parental advisory. I think
Interesting.
there were a few different lyrics like that they changed, but that sticks out.
That's interesting. That makes me think of Blur's album Think Tank, which came out in 2003, and it had a parental advisory sticker on it. And I listened to the album several times and was like, why? So I started going through the lyrics, and I could not fucking figure it out for the life of me.
Yeah.
And then randomly I read it, like years later. It was because there were drug references that weren't obvious enough for me to say at the time, like, oh, this is why. But yeah.
Wait, what record was that?
Think Tank by Blur.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a fucking stretch.
It's a real stretch.
I mean, they should have just put a warning on the front that it's fucking Britpop.
That album
wouldn't
wasn't really
listen to it.
Britpop. That was them getting electronic-y and dancey and It was post Gorillaz.
Oh, okay.
Post Gorillaz,
So
post.
we're in like the 2000s. At this
Yeah, and
point.
Graham
Okay.
Coxon was like not really involved in the band anymore.
Okay.
You and your fucking disdain for Britpop.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta hate something, you know?
Uh,
Yeah, I gotta hate something. I'm just gonna take it out on the Brits.
That's a good thing to hate.
Absolutely. I'm an Irishman, okay?
Look, on this podcast, we have already declared that we are anti-Italian American. If we are going to hate a people, that is it.
My vote's for the British. That's fine with me.
I mean, those guys
I mean-
had it coming.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we can always change. I'm willing to be flexible and learn and grow as a human.
Christopher already started that war on Nickelbacking. Right?
Which one? Against
the guy who sent you the
Oh,
email
the
there?
British guy.
Yeah, he did send us that email, but that email was so fucking funny that,
Yeah.
like,
You can't even be mad.
no, I wasn't mad. I laughed the whole way through.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
That was great. Just when he started talking about how, like, he was searching frantically with his chubby digits. Like, he had me at chubby digits. Jim, what was your least favorite song?
My least favorite song is going to be Elite. I just felt like this one was kind of generic. I felt like the riff was really kind of generic. And it's not a bad song. There really isn't a song on here I don't like. It's just I feel like that one was the most generic out of the lot.
Yeah. Johnny.
We're on the same page here, but
You guys,
because we're drummers.
You guys are twinsies.
So change it
Got the
again,
drummer
though.
synergy
So we
going
had
here.
discussed the change in the track order and the addition of Back to School.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I don't hate that song, but that's going to be my vote on the later editions of the album. That Back to School is the lead song,
Okay.
like the intro song of that album. I think that's terrible.
Yeah, actually, for probably the first...
Wait, so you're saying you think Back to School being the lead is
Back
bad?
yes.
Okay.
That's my thumbs down.
Okay.
Yeah, I think probably for the first, 4 years that I listened to this album, I had the wrong track order because I torrented it, I Napstered it at the time. And, it was one of those jobs where, I was just thankful that none of the songs I had downloaded was, someone's
virus.
shitty band. That, they were
It
trying
wasn't
to pass
Wesley
on.
Willis or something.
So this album, right before it was my first semester at college, and one of the last days, the kid working the computer lab was like, "Dude, have you ever heard of this program Napster?" And I'm like, "Nope." And he's like, "You can get any song you want." And this was mid-May.
Use our network.
Yeah, it was mid-May, not even the school. So I went back home and I specifically looked for this to see if it leaked, and it did.
Yeah.
And it took me 2 fucking days to download.
Oh, yeah.
because it was
I remember.
2000. Yeah,
But it
I
was
remember
still,
those days.
well in advance of the release. That's awesome.
yeah, it was great.
Yeah, having Kid A in, August of 2000, a few months
But I also
beforehand
didn't have a
was so
CD
good.
burner, no MP3 players at the time, so I
Right.
had to sit at the computer and listen to it in our living room.
I remember
But you know,
downloading
get
that.
Winamp, yo.
what was really cool about that time, not to get too old manny here, but that was fucking awesome.
Oh, it was great.
Being
That
able
was-
to do that.
Yeah.
The advent of Napster was probably one of the most exciting things of my childhood. When my brother came home and showed me that this thing existed that I could fucking download.
This is how you can download the new Radicals album.
Yes. Well, the very first thing I downloaded was Murray Head's One Night in Bangkok.
You've said that on this podcast before, and
Oh, yeah.
it does not cease to amaze me.
It doesn't really make any sense.
Everything
no.
about a teenage Patrick downloading Murray Head as the first thing is so fucking good.
And then the first album I downloaded was System of a Down's first record. Just complete fucking jump there. But that's a little more appropriate.
I think the first 2 songs I downloaded off Napster were U2's Beautiful Day and Dr. Demento's 12 Days of Christmas.
How old were you?
Oh, shit.
What, 25,
Fifth-
26?
5th grade.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so this all tracks.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Patrick, what was your least favorite song?
My least favorite was the actual first track, Fiesta Sierra. Is that how it's pronounced?
Sure.
All right.
I don't even know.
Why are you looking to Johnny?
Okay. I looked at it because he's like probably the most familiar with the album.
Because he's the one with 2 Deftones patches on his jacket and a Deftones t-shirt,
Yes.
literally.
And a hat.
And a Deftones hat.
Yes.
And he brought his, and he brought his pictures with Chino with it.
Those were great.
Yeah,
Those are really
that is
nice.
pretty good. Johnny is one of the most prepared guests we have had.
That's amazing. Yeah, so I actually was kind of confused because like I said, I had only listened to this album all the way through for the first time earlier this year, and the version on Spotify, it starts with Back to School, which I will agree that's a really fucking awkward first track to have. But yeah, in terms of like the context of this proper order, would probably go with that track just because I'm a guy who likes hooks, and there just weren't really any. It was just kind of too discordant. There wasn't really anything for me to latch on to like some of the other songs do.
That's one of the weaker songs for me too, but what I really like about it for some reason is those like kind of shitty keyboard organ sounds that come in during the quieter parts. The
Oh yeah.
like I don't know why, but those have always kind of had like a special spot in my heart when I hear them.
Well, I mean,
It's like,
it's
Frank Delgado, you're here, buddy. You've arrived.
He showed up. He's on the scene, ready
Yeah,
to
you're playing some keyboards. Way to go, bud.
mash some keys.
Before that, he would like show up for 2 songs during their set and then just leave, basically.
That's so awkward. And like they'd bring him on the road and everything just to do like, a couple songs.
It was the ones that stick out, I think, around the fur, because there's that breakdown.
Yeah.
And then what's that? One of the last songs there, Fire Rail from Adrenaline.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
he does
yeah.
like the intro to that before the guitar comes in. And there's probably a few more I'm not remembering, but those stick out.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you all seen Deftones live?
I have not.
No.
4 times?
I have not.
Yeah.
I actually
Johnny's seen them once for Osal.
I had tickets to see them at Lupo's in 2011, but the Bruins were in the Stanley Cup, and I blew off the Deftones show to watch the Bruins.
That's fair.
That's
They played. It was 2011. It was May. They were playing the House of Blues with Dillinger Escape Plan.
Oh, is that what it was?
oh
Who I
man,
love.
yeah. That would have been fun.
I thought they
I
were
was on
playing
my fucking
Lupo's
honeymoon.
too.
Oh no.
Thanks,
Bad
Lisa.
timing.
Yeah.
Bad timing. Yeah. Yeah, that happened to me. Danielle and I, the first time we went to Iceland, happened to be when Nine Inch Nails were playing after the hiatus for the first time. So it was like the first time in like 6 years they were playing in Boston, and Dismemberment Plan was playing in Boston again for the first time in like however many years. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh okay, cool. Well, folk.
Guess I'll go fuck myself then.
And that was FOKK, which is Icelandic for fuck.
Folk?
Folk.
Fuck.
Oh, good, because I need to learn at least a little bit of Icelandic before we go.
Is that
Fuck.
Is that the,
That'll get you far.
Is that the formula? You just kind of change it like talk.
Yeah, everything is just OKK.
Well, whenever they have like anglicized or like loan words, they'll Icelandify it.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
Because they're like the people who are in charge of the language, which I believe is a government position, do not like incorporating loan words. So yeah, when they're like, all right, enough people are saying this, it's fuck.
Yeah. I mean, Icelandic is fucking nuts.
It is a insane language.
It's a very fucking difficult language to
with the
Is
after
it-
tenses and shit like
More
that.
or less than Hopelandic.
What the fuck is Hopelandic?
You know it.
Von Lenska, yeah. It's the made-up language that Yonsei uses for a lot of cigarettes.
fuck, yeah.
Is that
sorry. I
colloquially
knew that.
known as Hopelandic, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he calls it Von Lenska, but it's hope language. Yeah. All right. For me personally, I am probably going to be going with. This is tough because everyone kind of picked the songs I want to, and again, there's not a song I dislike actively, so I'm going to go with Street Carp.
It's not that I care. True.
because it's one of the ones that kind of sticks out the least to me as a song that I want to put on when I'm walking to work and I want to punch someone and have a great day.
Yeah. It's just a fish in the road.
See, I
Fish in the road.
I really like that song. I think it's what Elite should be, where it's
Yeah.
almost new metal, but it's still like them.
Yeah, it's
Kinda
all-
doing their
It's
Deftones
definitely
there.
it's got Chino's gravy.
Yeah.
Oh, don't. Oh. Chino's great.
It's got Chino's gravy all over it.
Don't get me wrong. I do like it. I would have picked a lead if Jim hadn't, and I want to keep things interesting in terms of the listener having different fresh audio clips.
Yeah, that's a good experience to have.
Yeah, fresh audio clips.
Fresh clips.
Fresh clips. Brought to you by Old Man Yellow Cloud. Jim, what was your MVP moment?
My MVP moment is going to be the ride pattern and knife party during the bridge.
Good shit.
Good
Yeah.
old Abe.
You want to elaborate on that at all?
Nope.
Abe's biscuits
All right.
and Chino's gravy.
Asked and answered.
Do.
Yeah.
And a few dugga
Thank you.
boots.
Now I'll be able to pick it out.
Yeah, it's just kind of a jazzy ride pattern that he's doing during the.
With a pretty simple kick snare
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah. Yep.
Johnny, how's about you?
This was tough because I love Knife Party and I love that riff. That's just it's like like a personal thing. It's just it's those chords which my theory is god awful. I think they're stacked fifths. Is that what it's called when you're like in D and you have the
Oh, and you throw the E on top
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
make it
yeah.
a ninth chord.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
I just hit things.
Yeah. Exactly. I might go with Teenager though.
I climbed your arms and you pulled away. New cavity.
I really dig that because it's just
Just the vibe of it? Like,
I think-
what in particular about it?
it's I think it's just Chino and DJ Crook if I have it right because I don't think it was even Frank that did that.
Jesus, poor Frank.
It was like an old thing I think that DJ Crook and Chino maybe had or
Oh,
something like
gotcha.
that. Or Chino wrote it like years like he was a teenager when he wrote it or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really like it. It's good because I don't think there's any guitars or anything. It's all just the beat and the keyboards.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Oh, I think there's like a clean guitar part that goes through, doesn't it? Or is that keyboards?
If there is a guitar, I'd like to imagine that Chino played it while Stefan was in the other room of the mansion, like pacing angrily, like chain smoking, just pissed off that there's a clean guitar on
There
the
was
album.
something with because they had like some strife in the band for years up
Yeah.
until I think up until Chi got into his car accident, maybe even.
Yeah,
Because
because
Saturday Night Wrist, there was like Chino didn't even record vocals with them, and like he did it with Sean Lopez later on.
Yeah.
And, even in a lot of the promo stuff for White Pony, Stefan has like the black bar over his eyes, which I don't know whose call that was, but
yeah, because I had a subscription to Guitar World at the time when it came out, and I was reading an interview with them where Stefan was basically complaining about the fact that he felt like there was compromise on every turn of the album, and that he was the one who was always compromising. And then at the end of it, he's like, I don't care what anyone says, our next album I'm tuning down to G. Which is how I accurately guessed what they tuned to for
and
this.
he did, yeah.
Self-
he got a 7-string for that one.
You got it.
Yeah.
Did the bassist have to tune all the way fucking down to like the G below the B?
So I'm not sure, maybe, but
'Cause you
I
can't
know-
even hear those tones at that point.
I've seen guitar tabs because Chino still plays second guitar on stuff, but
Yeah.
he still tunes to C.
Okay.
Drop C. So he plays drop C.
Okay,
Stefan
yeah.
plays whatever the fuck he plays
Well,
on
like
a 7-string.
Meshuggah plays like they have like 8-string guitars and tuned to G or something like
Yeah.
that, and they just don't have a bassist.
but they also count. Like they count while they play.
Yeah, that's true. They do know how to count.
Yeah.
1 drum beat, 2 drum beat. I don't know.
And there's I know I've I know I've read this somewhere, but Wait, have we done all the MVPs?
Not yet, but
All right, I'll wait.
go ahead.
We're still waiting on a couple boys over here.
I was gonna say there's a story behind the White Pony cover, and
Yeah, it's an homage to "You'd Prefer an Astronaut" by Hum.
that's right. We talked about that.
Oh my
Yes,
God,
we
you're
talked
right.
about
Hum.
Yeah,
Holy
yeah.
Oh
shit.
shit! Maybe
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
How did I never notice that? Holy shit! Wow.
The
Interesting.
more you know.
Oh, I didn't know White Pony is street slang for cocaine.
I knew that.
I mean, if you had to pick a drug,
Street cart, man.
you know, honestly, I'd probably say heroin because
Well,
that's known
horse
as
is
horse. Yeah. And heroin is it white?
It's usually like a light brown color, but there is China white, which is like a white strain of it.
So if I wanted to go up to a street tough and order some White Pony, do you think they would know what I was talking about if I wanted heroin?
I think it's I think they would probably give you cocaine.
That street tough would hand you cocaine.
Well, sure, absolutely. Here you go. I'm so excited to
Why
get
is
this.
Mickey?
Here
Why,
you go, sir.
why is Mickey? I was gonna say, why is Mickey Mouse fucking dealing cocaine?
See, I thought he was going to be British for some reason.
Here's some cocaine, sir.
Wait, why would he be British?
I don't know. It just seemed with the mannerisms you were doing. I figured it
I
would
got
be
some cocaine on
yeah,
you.
exactly.
hello.
Want to
Here's
sweep your chimneys there?
here's some cocaine for you to snuff up your,
Oh, is that,
your
is that a
face
drug
chimney.
reference too?
Yeah, the,
Must be now.
Dick Van Dyke as the chimney sweep from
Mary Poppins.
Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Oh, is it?
No, it's Mary Poppins.
I was going to say my wife is incredibly wrong on that
No,
one.
Bedknobs and Broomsticks was like the like the knockoff version of Mary Poppins. They were like, we need another movie like this. I don't know.
Yeah?
No, I don't know. I'm making that up. My MVP moment is actually going to piggyback off what Johnny said about Teenager, and I'm my kind of objective view of this record. Shows that this is a band that like matured a lot since the last record and like incorporating tons of new genres and dynamics and shit. And I think that was the moment that I really started to notice like, okay, this is an artsy sort of album. I think that was like the first song that, upon my first listen and then the listen tonight, just that vibe of it is like super chill and like, totally devoid of anything sort of new metal-y or, of that time period. And yeah, the song itself could be sort of taken out of time, I think. It's not really stamped in any way.
Yeah, frankly, that, I think in Pink Maggot in particular, don't fall into a lot of the trappings that a lot of other artists of that era did. And
It's what sets the record apart from other
absolutely,
records.
and I think that it kind of time-proofs it a little bit more than, like, say, Slipknot or something like that.
Right, exactly.
Well, that and the fact that it's not like terrible off the bat.
I love
Yeah, exactly.
I love Pink Maggot as the last song. I think it's such a great,
a great closer.
ending track because it's like it starts off slow and then it slams in and then it's just like fucking Thelma and Louise going off the cliff in slow motion and it's just epic.
Yeah, it has that apocalyptic vibe to it at the end there.
So many potential titles for this episode.
Oh, and
You could
going,
have stuck this shit in a Thelma and Louise movie, and it would have worked.
and then going back to the Mary Poppins thing, I remember it just made me
Oh,
remember.
please bring it back there by all means.
Yeah, I remember going up. So Tom, former guest of the show, he has a house up in Maine, and we would go up there all the time and just hang out. And I remember one time we brought a bunch of instruments up, and we were like, "Yeah, we're gonna record." And instead, we just got stoned all weekend. And I remember at one point we were watching Mary Poppins, and I was just so fucking high. And I remember just watching Mary Poppins and go, "Wow, Mary Poppins is like kind of hot."
All right, so Bedknobs and Broomsticks was released in 1971, but it entered development in the early 60s, actually, right around the time that Mary Poppins came out, but it was put on hold due to similarities between the two films, and it was shelved until 1971.
Interesting.
So I was like kind of onto something there.
I guess. I mean, if this is what you need to get through the rest of this evening, then sure.
I mean,
That's what. Just give it to me, okay?
it's a classic in that it spawned that whole genre of bad alternatives to movies that are not
Right.
the actual, like those bad ripoffs that you see at
Yeah.
Redbox.
Yeah, well,
and shit.
it had that
like
Mockbusters.
like Nuki, that movie about the alien, which was pretty much E.T., but it was like the crappy version.
Yeah, Mockbusters is what they're called technically.
Mockbusters.
What, Mac
Yeah.
and Me?
Mac and Me is.
But even worse now, where it's like they have similar titles and similar covers.
Yeah.
To, like to big
Oh,
movies.
yeah.
Are you familiar with The Asylum?
No.
That's the studio that produces them. There's a single studio that like really goes for the gusto on that, and they have some originals too that they usually will sell off to like sci-fi as originals. But yeah, no, The Asylum is great because they're the ones that have like I can't even think of any names off the top of my head, but like an example would be like when Iron Man came out, they would have like Steel Guy or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Like
Steel Guy.
yeah.
There was something like Jurassic Adventure or something like that, or
Yeah.
Dinosaur World or something in the last few years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they do Carnosaur too? Or was that before their time?
I think that was before their time, but yeah, The Asylum is absolutely insane, and I highly suggest watching any of their films. I really liked Titanic 2. That was really good.
Wait, what?
What?
Did the boat get revenge? Is that what happened?
So it was based on
They built another one?
Yes. Yep, they built another one.
What if we did the same exact thing? And maybe this time it'll be fine.
But the thing with Titanic 2 is the Titanic 2 actually hit fucking Jack's dead body, and that's what sank that one.
So
Billy Zane just fucking sunk it himself because he's an idiot.
yeah, so I mean that's what it is though. They built a second Titanic, and they're like, this one's gonna be awesome, and they were sending it from New York to England, but guess what happened along the way?
They hit one of those damn icebergs between New York and England that you always hear about.
Yep, you got
The
it.
pesky fuckers.
Yeah, like they really
When are
started.
they going to get rid of those?
They really started going strong around like 2008, 2009, but like they had movies like Abraham Lincoln versus Zombies,
Wasn't there a movie called
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter
Yeah.
or whatever. Yes.
Yeah, I remember those
And
guys.
this came out around the same time. Let's see, AE Apocalypse Earth, Atlantic Rim.
wasn't John Travolta
Oh,
in
Atlantic Rim. I
Atlantic
remember
Rim.
that one, yeah.
Yep. Actually, the Asylum are also responsible for Sharknado, so that's like some of their original content as well.
Okay.
Apocalypse Pompeii, which came out around the time Pompeii did. Let me see if I can get some more recent joints here.
Was there the Wacky Wacky West?
Triassic World is.
Oh,
we go.
Triassic
Yeah.
World.
Yep.
They actually just picked another
Yep.
fucking time period. Those assholes.
Yep. Tomb Invader,
Come on.
Operation Dunkirk, Avengers Grimm Time Wars, which is a sequel to Avengers Grimm.
All right. Good for them.
The Fast and the Fierce.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the Asylum for you.
Good for them.
I wonder how much fucking revenue they're bringing in.
I know
Well,
that
they've got the Sharknado money.
Yeah, that's
So they're
true.
just- they're
Sharknado
just-
has to be bringing them in baller money. I know that the movies that they make as sci-fi originals typically have a budget of about $1 million, so they have to clear that.
Okay.
So I would say I don't know. I'm not a film expert by any stretch, but I mean maybe now is a time for us to assert ourselves in that field so we can use this as job experience when we apply for a new job.
Well, like most of them don't like make it to theaters, do they? Or are they all direct to DVD?
They're all direct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like fucking bargain bin.
I think even DVD is a stretch because I don't think a lot of these are physically manufactured. I think they're
I've seen
they're
them at
just on
Redbox.
some of them are. Some of
So-
them certainly
Oh,
are.
I've definitely
So
seen.
Redbox is at least
yeah.
buying them.
Oh, definitely. It's definitely Redbox for sure.
I like that you phrased that Redbox is buying them because it reminded me that there's a corporation throwing money at it. Like,
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are stupid. They will buy the. They
So
will
and they must be making some sort of revenue off it, or else they wouldn't
They wouldn't do it,
They wouldn't
yeah.
offer them. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. You did your MVP.
I did.
My MVP is just the whole intro of Digital Bath.
Like I want to see, like your eyes do.
that vibe is so fucking killer. It's kind of what sold me on this album to begin with when I first started getting into it and when I first heard that song on the radio. It was around a time when I would hear an intro to a song, and if I really liked it, I would start thinking to myself, like, please don't be, like, Disturbed. Please don't be. And I'd, like, name other bands that I didn't want it to be. And when it was, like, Deftones, I'd be like, yes, this is cool. All right, cool. I'm not an asshole. Yeah, and this is a key example of that sort of thing.
I think that opening really just like kind of encapsulates the title of the song too.
Yeah,
it's one of those examples where the song and the title really fucking fit each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Just fucking splashing ones and zeros all over your face.
Do you know what it's about?
I don't.
About the
Suicide.
Matrix.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. If I remember correctly, like electronics in the bath. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the old toaster in the bathtub moment.
Yeah.
I tried to bring that. I tried to make that a moment, like a thing.
I thought you were going to say,
show.
I tried to do that one time. I tried to go swimming with a toaster.
No, I tried to make that a thing on the show. Like this is like the moment in the song that I would kick the toaster into the bathtub and kill
I
myself.
actually heard that
it's just
episode
so awesome.
today.
Oh,
I went
yeah.
on to that one, yeah.
Which one was that one?
The hum one.
Oh right.
Yeah.
That's right.
God, I said that about hum. Weird.
Yeah, very weird.
So, Chris, I'm with you, though, on the Disturbed thing. I don't like the bands I listen to for their vocalists to have catchphrases. I mean, I think that's a real turnoff for me.
Well, no, because like back then in the new metal era, there was this danger of like a cool intro by a band that would ruin it.
Oh, absolutely.
As soon as the
Yeah.
vocalist would come in.
Yep. Yeah, they were called Dream Theater.
Oh yeah.
All right, we are up for comparable album. Jim.
I'm going to go with 2002's Nothing by Meshuggah. Only because I was cranking these both driving around fucking when I lived in Orlando. I was cranking these a lot both in my Toyota Camry.
That's what you do.
Not necessarily sonically similar. I mean, maybe slightly, but more so.
Some
as,
aggro guitars.
Yeah, more so as just things that I was listening to around the same time.
Can I do something a little different? Is that okay? Do you remember that news radio episode where Dave's girlfriend comes in and she brings pastries to everybody and they match their personality? It was
It's been a long
episode.
time since I've seen that show.
So that if I have that, if that's okay. So Jim, for you, I have I have Cloakroom, Timewell, their last album. It has it's not none of these are new metal, but they have a feeling like that.
Okay.
Same for you. Sorry, I'm already blanking on your name, and I don't know fucking know why.
My name's Peacher.
Patrick. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Did you say teacher?
No, I said Peatrick.
Oh,
Dietrich, right? Is that what you said?
my name is Teacher.
I keep calling you Jimmy.
That's fine. The band is Belong.
Okay.
And their album's Common Era. It's the last one. Awesome. Again, just atmospheric stuff. And Chris, I know you fairly well, so I'm going to suggest Scatman John, Scatman's World.
Wait, so what is the one I need to go listen to now?
Cloakroom,
Cloakroom.
It's Belong. What's the name of the record?
Common Era,
Common Era.
ERA, Era.
Yeah.
But for like a real suggestion, they were friends with that band Far, and Chino, Be Quiet and Drive was actually basically he was trying to emulate Jonah from Far, and their album Water and Solutions is a great album in general. Came out around 95 or 94, somewhere around there. So that's
Nice.
what I'm going to suggest.
Well, that's very nice of you to
Yeah.
suggest music to us.
Sure.
Yeah, this guy brings cookies and fucking albums.
Oh,
yeah,
brought
we,
the cookies
we didn't
too?
even mention the cookies. Yeah.
Oh man.
And then I throw my phone down on the table and it reverberates over everything, so I apologize for that.
I
Oh,
dropped
dude.
I dropped this wrench and it was
This
louder.
table's got built-in spring reverb.
Yes, sure does.
Fuck yeah. My comparable album is going to be Title Record by Filter.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, came out the same year. Similar production, where you're getting a lot of that heavy bottom end. Or no, I'm sorry, it came out a year before. Sorry, up to the pedants out there.
Took everything I had to not correct you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm fuck. I
just didn't
gotta
want to
kill
be
myself
a dick for
now.
once.
Anyway, yeah, and there's I mean, there's a similar vibe of sort of like screamy vocals, but also like really sweet melodic shit. And yeah, a lot of down-tuned aggro shit. But yeah, and just like a lot of great pop hooks here and there. Not that this record is really particularly poppy in any way, but there are some moments that that there's some good hooks that get caught in my head. And yeah, I could definitely see listening to this alongside Filter someday when I'm feeling like doing a 99 2000s review.
When you feel like walking to work and punching somebody and having a good day.
Oh, all of those things. Yeah, that's what you did back in 2000. It's a different time.
I'm not a violent person, and I punch so many fucking people. Yeah, absolutely.
It's out of love.
Just like the idea of walking down the street in like 2000 with your Discman blaring, Filter or Deftones, punching someone in the face and be like, yeah, 9/11's never gonna happen.
Man, oh god. Yeah, that was, man, we were so upbeat back then. Yeah. I'm just picturing Chris going down the street like punch, smiling at everyone.
Yeah,
I thought you were singing the Vengabus song there.
Yeah, what would actually be really funny about that, though, is if I ever tried to strike another person in the face with all of my force, it would be like when George McFly punched Biff Tannen the first time and he just kind of like looked back at him. I wouldn't be able to
Get
hurt
your
another.
damn hands off her.
Oh, no, I was thinking of his grandson. Never mind,
sorry.
my bad. From the second one, when Marty punched him and he just kind of like looked back at him and made some weird like mechanical rotor type noise when his head turned.
It's the future.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, everyone's got robotic spines in 2019.
2015, actually.
2015,
Yeah, I
sorry.
can't wait until 2015. It's going to be awesome.
Oh, 2019 is fucking Blade Runner, right?
I don't know, probably.
When do I put money on the Cubbies? I don't remember.
The Cubbies were
That would have been like 2012, right?
not 2003.
Too late for that.
Just makes me think of that Harvey Birdman with the Jetsons. We come from the future, the year 2002. And he looks at his calendar and says 2004.
Yeah.
All right, for my comparable album, I am going to go with one that does not sonically sound like this, but I'm going to go with Antichrist Superstar by Marilyn Manson. And the reason for that being, I think there's actually a pretty similar kind of growth as a band, because basically before that, Manson was like a metal band. Whereas that's where he kind of started branching out. And they started incorporating like acoustic guitars and just other sort of... they added other colors to the palette. And it kind of feels like a similar period of growth. All right. Are we ready to rate?
Let's
do it.
rate it.
James.
Yum. I'm going to give it an 8. It's a great album. Like I said, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it, whereas there'll be times where I spin it until I get sick of it, and then I get sick of it, and then I don't listen to it for a few years, and then I'll just repeat. But no, I mean, it's a well-produced album. I think there's a lot of flavor on it, and I think Chino's got his gravy all over the place, and, you know, it is what it is. It's not a perfect album, but it's not one that I'd want to give lower than an 8.
Fair enough.
I'm going to let 19-year-old Johnny answer this and give it a 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's totally fair.
Now, would current Johnny give it a 10?
No, probably not.
What would
Maybe
current,
8 or 9.
Just out of curiosity. Okay.
Probably. It's, yeah.
Yeah, we often go with the gut reaction votes here. It's fine.
Yeah.
You don't need to give it an objective review. I'm going to give it a 7. It's a good album. I think it's a pretty good album. I got more into Around the Fur, I think, for some reason, which is weird because that album's a little more aggressive. And I really like when they make use of melody. I think the most because it just like goes really well against the more discordant, detuned, like, and like you said, just that sort of like super sawtooth guitar tone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think if I got into it when I was younger, I probably would have a little more appreciation of it. But where I decided to listen to it for the first time when I was 34, I think like some of the magic was lost on me.
Yeah, I do think that listening to it younger is a key ingredient.
And it was the
sort of-
time. It was just, yeah. It was
Well,
like,
yeah, I mean, I think when you're younger, you're kind of looking for that more like
Right.
jarring kind of metal guitar. Whereas like I was talking about Diamond Eyes earlier. Like I love that record because it's not, and I'm not to say I don't like this record, but I think Diamond Eyes is a little more mellowed out.
yeah. Yeah, I dig some of the later stuff. I've heard like a few things here and there, and including the hit single from Saturday Night Wrist, "Hole in the Earth." That's what it's
Yeah.
called. Yeah, that song is like super melodic and,
Yeah,
and
it's a good
stuff.
one.
Really mellow. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, thinking along those lines, this is something that I think in particular a teenage male is going to be very drawn towards. And unlike a lot of the other super heavy shit out there, it has some thought behind it.
Right.
It's not just something that someone
It's not plastic.
threw. Exactly. There's thought behind it. There's, like, not to get too pretentious about it, but there's a sense of artistry about it, which I really like. And they wanted to make an album that was not just fucking heavy or aggressive or anything like that, but I think making a cool album was more important to them.
It's cool and kind of androgynous in a way, where it's not like overly focused on like the masculine energy of it. There's a lot of like kind of sweet moments on there, and where Chino's doing the more falsetto vocals.
Yeah, and I think the lighter moments make the heavier moments stand out more.
Right,
And kinda
exactly.
have
Gives it a little
bit
more gravitas.
A little more
Yeah.
chutzpah.
I've always thought that and I don't know this about a lot of, I don't know what other bands are into, but especially the new metal bands from that era, like Chino talking about his influences, it's not all metal bands. It's a lot of hip hop.
Right. Well, that's how
a lot of
Deftones
quieter
got
stuff.
their names,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Weezer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they covered Weezer all the fucking time,
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah. Weezer, and like they were big into. He was big into like The Cure and Depeche Mode and stuff too.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
and they cover
To
Please
Have
Let-
and to Hold.
To Have and to Hold, and then is it The Cure to Please Let Me Get What I Want?
No, that's the Smiths.
Is that
please play me.
either
What
way.
I want. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
they did Sade's "No Ordinary Love" too, which
Yep.
is a pretty
That's
fucking
amazing.
sweet song.
There's that covers album where they put them all together, and
Yeah.
they did Frankie and Johnny.
Oh, okay.
Is that do I have that right? No.
Wait.
The
No, what you're talking
the Obama
about.
guy, right?
Frankie Valens.
I may be
okay.
way off on this, and my memory is terrible on this
Richie
stuff.
Richie Valens.
Yeah, yeah.
Richie Valens. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ruining your show, and I'm sorry.
No,
we all contribute to
Yeah.
its
Yeah.
shit quality.
Yeah, no, everyone is playing a part in making this awful. I'm going to give it a 9. This is my favorite Deftones record. And yeah, it's an album that I fucking love listening to. Wish I got into it sooner, because honestly, I'd probably I might give it a higher rating if I had delved into this more when I was younger, but I kind of grew an appreciation for it more as I got older. And I think, like I was kind of alluding to earlier, like, this is an album that I think strikes the hardest when you're younger, and it's going to leave more of an impact with you at that stage of the game.
Did I not make you listen to it when we were in a band?
You did.
Oh, okay.
And it just didn't grab me right away.
Okay.
It took me probably, like, I don't know, it took me several years to, like, really start listening to it. I always kind of liked it, but it was one of those things where I listened to it and I was like, oh, that was a fine album.
Yeah.
And it took me several curious listens later to be like, oh, okay, I actually really like a lot of this album. And then, yeah.
because I mean, it came out in 2000, right?
2000.
I don't think I started really listening to it until I was like in late. I probably didn't start listening to it until like maybe 2004, 2005.
I probably didn't get really into it until like 2007, 2008.
Yeah.
Because I go through different periods where I listen to a lot more music. Like, I take a lot more in than normal. Like, the Kiss experiment was one.
Right.
Where, that was a thing. And, like, just different periods in my life, I'll, like, just start trying to delve into more. In 2007, 2008, I was doing a lot of that. So that's when I started giving this album more of a shake. And that's when I started getting more into it.
Sick.
Yeah.
Can we
Yeah.
talk about? I can't remember if we brought this up on the show before, but what is it about Chino Moreno that drives the ladies wild?
Why would
He's
we...
just cool as fuck, man.
Yeah.
Why would
It's-
we have discussed this?
I thought we discussed it before, but I went to high school with some ladies who just were like, they'd be at the front of the stage at the show, like screaming their heads off, like it was like, you know, like Beatlemania, but it was like with the Deftones.
Chino Mania.
Yeah,
Chino Mania.
so for me, it's not like a sexual thing at all. But he's just like, I just think he's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
like he just has this like personality in the
Well,
way.
he looks like he can hang.
Yeah.
I kind of brought this up before. I think he has appeal to like both masculine and feminine energies.
Yeah.
Where he's, he gets fucking aggro and like disturbing and fucking gnarly, and then he has these like very sweet,
Yeah, all right,
passionate.
You might say he's dynamic.
All right.
You might say he's like a pretty fucking good singer.
He's a good frontman too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember reading an interview with him where he was talking about how Madonna was a Deftones fan because she owned Maverick.
Yeah,
that was her imprint.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I think she's a fan because she could have dropped us on numbers alone.
I like those Deftones. Let's just keep them around.
No. She has a British accent now. I like those Deftones. That's what a British accent sounds like, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Do we have a Brit in here?
You do accents as well as I do. It's great.
I can
Is
nail a few.
she really
accents,
doing a
but
British accent now?
She did in
She
the
has
90s.
been.
Yeah.
What the Christ?
Well, she was married. She was married to fucking Guy Ritchie. Who,
It preceded that though. Even.
Oh, it was before.
Yeah,
that
it was like
even.
the whole like take a bow era in like the early to mid 90s. That's when she
Oh
started.
yeah.
Like,
Well, it's sort of like it was like a half British accent, so it kind of sounded like that that Manhattan accent that you would hear in like the 30s and 40s.
my
I'm looking to get a scoop because I work at a newspaper. See, like that.
Well, like a bit more of the like FDR. We're like, I have nothing to fear, but you know that like vaguely British, but like also American sort of accent. No.
my most vivid.
I like that FDR is in your mental Rolodex for like patterns of speech.
Yeah, he's like got a super iconic voice.
Speaking of,
I'm sorry, you never tuned into his fireside chats.
I did not. No.
I'm not saying he was a good politician. He's just
I didn't say anything about his politics.
Great blanket rap.
Yes,
I will say that.
speaking of
Yeah.
shitty B
Wraps a
movies,
fine blanket.
have you guys seen? Have you?
soon.
Speaking of shitty B-side movies and FDR, have you guys seen FDR American Badass?
No.
Where he fights the
Is that
werewolves?
an asylum movie?
No.
Did you just put a bunch of words together?
No. No. So FDR gets bit by a werewolf, and that's how he gets polio. And then he has to. I'm not kidding. We should
Is
watch.
this scientifically accurate?
We should
Because
watch-
We need to watch out for werewolves now.
We need no.
Prove that it's not.
So
Okay,
we
I
need to
can't.
watch. We need to watch the trailer for this after this is over because it's fucking hilarious. But yeah, he gets bit by a werewolf and gets polio, and then Hitler and like a bunch of other people end up being werewolves, and he has to fucking beat them.
So I learned a great story about FDR the other day, actually, and this is genuine. I was listening to this podcast called The Dollop, and it was talking about a U.S. battleship called, I forget what the actual name for it was, but it was nicknamed the Willie D. So apparently it was named after William something starting with D.
Yeah.
But at the height of World War II, they were just drafting people left and right, and there were a lot of people who weren't necessarily Navy, Army material who were being brought in to fight.
Yeah.
So enter the Willie D, which was this battleship that was staffed almost entirely with like a police academy level of like recruits who were like just manning this ship.
So this is basically down Periscope.
It's down Periscope, except
Or McHale's Navy.
FDR was slated to meet up in like Morocco with Churchill and a few other big people. He brings his entire staff with him. So the concept of designated survivor either doesn't exist yet, or they're just like, we don't care. Let's all get on a boat and go see Churchill. So like his entire cabinet gets on this boat, the Willie D, or rather that's with the Willie D, as they're like going across the ocean. And the Willie D ends up accidentally firing a torpedo at it. So they accidentally fire a torpedo at FDR. And FDR's response to it was, he like basically caught word of it, and he was just like, wheel me to the deck. I'd like to see it. And so like his people like wheeled him up so he could watch them like evade a torpedo like that was shot at him by his own people.
So he truly is an American badass.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. They're like, yeah, I guess that kind of cold reserve is what gets you to be a president for 40
You
years.
can't kill a werewolf with a torpedo.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, no, he had polio. He got the polio from the werewolf.
I mean,
So is he not a werewolf?
No, he's not a werewolf. He just has polio.
No, they carry polio.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, to become a werewolf, you have to drink the blood of one.
I thought you just got bit by one.
Yeah, it's if you get bit by one.
Well, I mean, polio was never a factor in werewolves until now, so I'm looking to Jim for so many answers.
There's fucking anti-vax moms. They fucking gave them all polio.
So you're saying
Directly.
anti-vax moms are werewolves?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lycanthropes. Is that the word?
No, those are people who are sexually attracted to werewolves.
Oh, right.
Going back to Madonna,
thing.
Okay.
my most vivid memory of Madonna is me being a young lad and my mother watching Madonna on hard copy and her just crying on hard copy.
What was she sad about?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I just remember her crying.
Argentina?
Madonna.
I'm
Madonna.
gonna cry for all of us, okay?
Is oh man, is this like a Brett Buchanan article? Madonna sobs over
Oh shit! I should.
sad reveal.
It's been a hot minute. We should do one of those before we bounce.
All right.
Johnny, are you familiar with the website Alternative Nation?
No, not the website.
Okay, great. So basically,
Not an alternative press, alternative nation.
Right.
Yes. So I need to, again, remind everyone out there, do not go to alternativenation.net. Do not go to that website and give them your ad money. I will do it for all of us. You'll get everything you need from me. All right.
Taking one for the team.
Exactly. All right, so basically, their deal is they give the most insane clickbaity headlines you can ever imagine. So, for example, Steven Tyler photographed after falling down at Aerosmith show. So what would you think that was?
Like falling off stage or something, right?
Yeah, or like a
Yeah.
drug-related thing or something like that. Basically, he like tripped at a concert and like shared a picture on Instagram. That's the story. That's the actual meat of the story.
Right.
So that's the kind of thing that we're looking at. Do you guys remember any other like great examples?
There was the one that like the like Tool one that we had a couple weeks ago,
Tool.
which was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it was like Tool.
Oh, the new album
Oh yeah,
thing?
yeah. Tool new release revealed or something like that. So Tool new release revealed. What would you think?
They gave you details on
On what?
their new album.
Okay, so not that Maynard had a new wine that was going to be coming up.
Well, I thought it was that the website got updated or something.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Oh, that was another good one.
Yeah.
Where like they're like major Tool album news or something like that, and it turned out that someone on the Tool Reddit realized that like they changed web servers or something like that. All right. So what do you think about this? I'll give you guys a headline, and then we can round robin. Everyone can guess what it is, and I'll pick who's closest. All right, here's the headline. Your job is to tell me the meat of this article. Metallica react to small crowd at terrible show.
Oh, another Metallica one.
Oh, yeah, they're Metallica and Pearl Jam. They're Brett Buchanan's bread and butter.
All right,
Yeah.
so let's see, how far down the rabbit hole do I want to go here? Jason Newsted went to a local show and was disappointed at how small the crowd was.
Okay, I want to point out two things. I really like the direction you went in this, because that's something that Brett Buchanan, primary contributor at Alternative Nation, would really go for. You're thinking like him. I like that. And I like that you said Newsted, who is not a current member of
Right.
Metallica.
I kind of that's why I said I was going to go down the rabbit hole.
No. I like the way you're thinking, but I will tell you up front that you're not accurate.
Okay.
I had an answer, but now I'm thinking of changing it.
Oh, you're just going to be left with more questions.
If you're brand new, we can skip over you and we'll come back.
No. So I was going to say that Large just got mad at people for they weren't attending because they downloaded the show instead or something. But I'm going to change it to Cliff Burton angry that no one visited his grave today.
Damn, you took mine.
Did I?
No.
What do you got?
Could you read the article for me one more time? The title,
Sure.
headline.
And let's not call this an article. It's a think piece. Metallica reacts to small crowd at terrible show.
Metallica react to small crowd at show. I'm going to guess that a member of Metallica, I'll just say Kirk Hammett, was
Good choice.
upset. Not a Metallica show attendance, but like another band's attendance was super low. What was that band, though? I'm going to go with Anthrax.
Okay, all valiant efforts. So, just to give you a little bit of background information on this article is about 7 paragraphs long.
Oh, God.
The first paragraph is the only thing that has anything to do with the title. Lars Ulrich has revealed that Metallica played a show on May 25th, 1982 in Costa Mesa, California, with attendance of 200, with it appearing that 40 stayed until the end.
Okay.
Ulrich called the performance poor in a tour diary.
It was fucking 1982. They were like, they'd been a band for like 6 months. What the fuck? Why are you wasting our time, Brett Buchanan?
I would have loved 40 people at one of our shows.
God. Seriously. You don't see that in Boston anymore.
Unless there's a fucking cover band playing with you.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
And they all come in for the cover band and leave right after the cover band ends.
Yeah. You got to know a few Maroon 5 songs if you want to make it in this town.
I guess so.
Maybe a few sports anthems.
What is it, Sweet Caroline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe just like a classic. I just like picture like people out in the audience getting more excited as you modulate up. Like, wait for it.
Do you just yell sports? Is that what-
Sports. And then they,
nice?
yeah, they love it every time.
Polite claps too, right? Just
Golf claps?
yes.
It depends.
No drunken woos. I
a little bit
imagine.
of both. A little bit of both. We attract a pretty diverse crowd.
Yeah, Patrick and I played a show at McGann's in Boston a few months back, and we had some fucking weird shit happen. Like, we had somebody come up to John Sasser, the guitarist, and asked him if we could play Happy Birthday for somebody in the bar.
Oh, someone had requested that my wife sing Piano Man at one point because they weren't. She said that our originals were very lovely, but we were wondering if you could play Piano Man for us. It would be really important that you do that. Yeah, basically there was like a rented party out in McGann's that was our audience that night.
Hey guys, I have one more that I really wanna.
All right.
I wanna.
All right,
I
let's
wanna
do
just tickle
Now
your
that we're
gray
lubed
matter with
up.
this one. Yeah, you're all kind of limber and ready to go. All right.
We're in the zone.
So just take a second to take in this headline because there is a lot to unpack with it.
All right.
Limp Bizkit react to Billy Corgan snub with Steven Tyler. I'll repeat.
Yes. Spit it
Limp
out.
Bizkit reacts to Billy Corgan snub with Steven Tyler.
Are we sure this is real and not just like something fucking
I've read the substance.
like algorithm from like the Jukebox Zeros albums?
I have read the substance of this article, and Brett has tied things together in a way that technically that is a valid statement.
Technically, he just like cured cancer with this article. He's a genius.
I mean, if Brett put his mind to good, I feel like he could do so much when he comes up with shit like this.
Yeah, he's fucking gymnastics of words, man.
All right, so I'll read it one more
Yeah,
time.
one more time, please.
Limp Bizkit reacts to Billy Corgan snub with Steven Tyler.
Biscuit reacts to Billy Corgan's snub
With Steven Tyler.
with Steven Tyler.
Yeah.
Billy Corgan's snub with Steven Tyler.
All right, so my guess is Billy Corgan made some comment about Steven Tyler being on American Idol, and Limp Bizkit was like, "Oh yeah, we know Billy Corgan."
The sad thing is, you are so fucking close.
Oh no!
You are really not far off. Johnny, you want to give it a shot?
Jesus, no. I have no idea. I'm gonna. It obviously involves Billy, but is it even Fred Durst?
Yeah, it's Fred Durst.
Oh, okay. So it's not like the dude
mean,
from House of Pain
Well, I
that
mean,
fucking said something.
DJ Lethal, no.
Yeah.
No, I mean, to say that Fred Durst is involved is really a stretch. Like, this news does not concern him. Brett brought him into the fold.
Oh man! Billy Corgan snubbed. Okay, so Billy Corgan snubbed Steven Tyler. Is that what we are to ascertain from that headline?
No.
Okay.
No.
Limp Bizkit reacts to Billy Corgan snub with Steven Tyler. So Fred Durst commented on a. Oh, I'm getting more. On an
shit.
Instagram post.
It's getting hot in here.
Yeah. Instagram is like one of his main sources for all of his articles.
Yeah, right now, everything you're saying is gold.
Fred Durst commented on a Steven Tyler Instagram post. No. I don't know. I forget which one has Instagram. I know Billy Corgan definitely has Instagram. So did he comment on Billy Corgan's Instagram, which was like a picture of him wiping his butt with a Toys in the Attic vinyl?
You had the picture correct, but the rest was wrong.
Okay.
No, Smashing Pumpkins frontman Billy Corgan has posted a new photo on Instagram about Aerosmith frontman Steven Tyler, where he jokingly snubs his good friend Tommy Lipnick. The Pumpkins are in Europe to kick off their 2019 tour, which will include headlining shows and festival performances with bands like Tool. It will be the band's first European tour since James Iha and Jimmy Chamberlain returned to the band. Corgan wrote, "Here is Steven Tyler of Aerosmith's autograph on a wall in Berlin, stood next to by an unknown man." And then he tags the unknown man. Or, well, no, he doesn't. He just puts hashtag the unknown man. Limp Bizkit frontman Fred Durst commented, "Lippy."
Wait, Limpy?
Lippy.
Oh.
Lippy! Like the biscuit. Lipnick responded, "How am I unknown? Ain't that a bitch?" Corgan liked the comment. Smashing Pumpkins drummer Jimmy Chamberlain commented, hashtag the unknown man is everywhere. Fred Durst responded, "You're the best, Jim."
Okay, I have a few questions.
Okay, so I think if I can just break this down in as simple a manner as possible.
There were 7 paragraphs about this.
Oh yeah, there's more. But no, it's not about this. Like, most of what we just heard was like talking about like Smashing Pumpkins going to Europe and shit.
Right.
So basically, Billy Corgan took a picture of Steven Tyler's autograph on a wall, and a dude was standing near it. That was like a friend of his and like other people. So he said, "Here's Steven Tyler's autograph with hashtag the unknown man." And it turns out that Fred Durst knows the unknown man, and he said, "Lippy."
Right. So this is like this Lippy character is like just a known within the music community or something.
Yeah, Tommy Lipnick.
I don't know who he is.
Well, Fred Durst does. That's why he said, "You're the best, Jim."
I thought that was referring to Jimmy Chamberlain.
Oh, it might have been, actually. Might have been, yeah. Oh, yeah, that makes sense, because the other guy's name is Tommy Lipnick, which I just said.
Jimmy, Tommy, Johnny, same
Yeah.
thing.
Do you think that Fred Durst and Jimmy Chamberlain have, like, had conversations?
That's a good question. I don't
Yeah.
know, because
Timing-wise, how does that work out?
Jimmy was kicked out in 96? 97?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 97, I think. I think I was like in
They-
6th grade.
They probably did festivals together in, like, 2000.
There's probably something similar to like in the government. What is it, the Skull and Bones group there, that all the musicians have.
The douche and bag group.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus. I think we're going to have to put a pin in this. It's going pretty crazy. Johnny, thanks for joining us. This
Yes,
has been a lot
thank
of
you.
fun.
Thank you for having me.
Yee stinks.
Do you have anything that you want to plug?
Just my radio show, We Let the Hats Decide, on BFF.FM every Wednesday from 9 to 11 a.m.,
Sweet.
I think.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome. Jim, do you have anything?
I don't know. Did we play a show?
Yes.
We did.
Okay.
The show has been played by now.
Okay, it's good.
Yeah, I got nothing going on. Yeah, just stay tuned for more music from Smell.
Me too. I'm writing music.
Yes, you are. So proud of you.
Are you?
Am I?
Are you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you wrote that little cigar box ditty. That was fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't have anything really going on at the moment. Just be sure to check out the other shows on the Zero Science Network. So Nickelback in, Jukebox Zero, Discography Deep Dive, all those fun things.
Yeah.
And be sure to give us some stars on iTunes in a review if you have the time.
Give us 1 or 4 or 5.
Yeah, any stars.
Smash that fucking like button, am I right?
Smash
damn.
that fucking like button.
That's all we
DJ,
have.
play my motherfucking song. Yeah, so thank you for listening, and I am Christopher.
I'm Patrick.
I'm Jim. And we'll see you in hell.
Oh, hell yeah.
Lils and Patrick are two local musicians from the New England area whose minimal accomplishments have left them thoroughly unqualified to judge bands and artists who have been more successful than they ever could be. And yet, their passion for bad music persists on Jukebox Zeros, the podcast that takes a retrospective look at the worst albums of all time. From The Shags to Attila, from Cyberpunk to Scream. If there's a band that has an album they're ashamed of, Lils and Patrick will be there. Share their love on Jukebox Zeros, now on the Zero Science Network, and wherever podcasts may be found.